Enter the complex world of Noah as she grapples with the challenges of adapting to her new life with a wealthy stepfather and secretly falling for her stepbrother, Nick. How will their forbidden love story unfold amidst the complications of their blended family? Join us on the passionate journey of Noah and Nick in My Fault. It all starts when Noah leaves her old home behind, parting with her friends and boyfriend, to move in with her mother and stepfather in their luxurious mansion. This transition proves difficult, and Noah holds her mother responsible for the upheaval. Meanwhile, her mother, Rafila, continuously tries to persuade Noah that this new home and family will be good for her. But Noah isn't ready to accept the mansion as her new home, despite its grandeur. She remains distant from her stepfather, William, who shows patience and gives her the space to adjust. Later, Rafila takes Noah to her new room, which has been decorated to her taste. After her mother leaves, Noah explores her new wardrobe, packed with fresh clothes and accessories. That same day, Noah has an unexpected encounter with her stepbrother, Nicholas, better known as Nick. Initially, she vents her frustration about the absence of regular snacks in the opulent household, to which Nick responds with suggestions for more luxurious alternatives, a smirk playing on his lips. What starts as an innocent exchange soon escalates into a heated argument. At a formal family dinner, the tension rises as they mock each other's interests. Nick, who is studying law, uses an ongoing case as an excuse to leave the table early. Noah, equally displeased with the evening, plans a quick exit, thinking about taking a taxi back to her old home. However, her stepfather insists that Nick should be the one to drop her off, as he's known for being a careful driver. During the car ride, their argument escalates, leading Nick to abandon Noah in the middle of nowhere. Fortunately, a boy named Mario comes to her aid. As they talk, he realizes she's Nick Ella's stepsister, a last name well known in the city. Not only does he know Nick, but he's also aware that Nick is headed to a party that night. Realizing Nick lied about the case, Noah decides to attend the party herself. At the party, Noah confronts Nick and threatens to tell his father about the lie. Despite Nick's insistence that she leave, Noah refuses. Nick warns her not to get involved and walks away. While at the party, a boy offers her a drink, which she accepts. Suddenly, Nick intervenes angrily, revealing that the boy often drugs girls' drinks and has done the same to hers. As Noah starts feeling dizzy, Nick takes her home. After putting her to bed, he leaves the room. Later, Noah has a nightmare, a memory of her toxic household where her father used to torment her mother. To protect Noah, her mother Rafila would hide her in the closet and lock the door. Those memories continue to haunt Noah's dreams. The next day, Noah asks Nick if anything happened last night, worrying that he might have recorded her. Nick teases her, playing along with her fears, which only frustrates her more. When her mother arrives, she reveals that Noah had messaged her the previous night, saying she was staying at Nick's female friend Jenna's place. Noah realizes she didn't send that message. It was Nick who used her phone to avoid her mother's questions about the night before. Later, Jenna keeps praising Nick, trying to convince Noah that he's a great guy. But Noah, still holding on to her dislike for him, remains unconvinced. That night, Nick prepares for a high-stakes car race. His focus is momentarily disrupted when he spots Noah, who has shown up unexpectedly with Jenna. Struck by her presence, Nick struggles to concentrate on the upcoming race. His jealousy spikes when he sees Noah deep in conversation with someone else. Determined to channel his feelings, Nick throws himself into the race and emerges victorious, defeating a member of Ronnie's infamous group. Amid the celebrations following Nick's win, Noah receives a shocking message from an unknown sender, revealing her boyfriend's infidelity with her best friend. Furious, she decides not to cry, but instead plans her revenge by staging a kiss with a random guy. Just as she's about to execute her plan, Nick intervenes, pushing the other boy aside, and in a bid to keep Noah's attention on him, he kisses her passionately before leaving to find Jenna. Seizing the moment, Noah takes control of the car and drives off, with Ronnie joining her and proposing a race, which she confidently accepts. However, Nick, witnessing the chaos Noah has created, briefly panics. Despite facing a tough opponent, Noah defies expectations, stunning everyone by winning the race. Yet, The rivalry between Ronnie and Nick takes center stage, with Ronnie claiming that Noah's participation was against the rules and insisting on his own victory. Forced to admit defeat, Nick hands over his car and the promised prize of 15,000 euros. Tensions quickly rise as Noah steps up to defend Nick, prompting Ronnie to acknowledge the formidable female racer who dared to challenge him. In the midst of confrontation, Ronnie's taunts provoke Nick, leading to a physical fight between the rival groups. Amid the chaos, Nick's friends manage to escape in their vehicle, leaving Noah to realize just how much Nick cares for her, as he chose to confront those who insulted her. However, 4 days have passed since the incident, and Nick has yet to return home. On the day of an important company event, he is noticeably absent, choosing instead to spend time with his younger stepsister. When he finally returns home that evening, he finds Noah on the couch. Their conversation quickly escalates into passionate kissing, but Nick abruptly pulls away, expressing confusion and saying they need distance as he struggles with his feelings. Both Nick and Noah wrestle with their emotions, trying to navigate the complexities of their relationship. Noah's situation becomes even more complicated when her boyfriend, Dan, shows up at her house unexpectedly, seeking to reconcile. Fearing that Dan might reveal a picture of her kissing Nick, Noah avoids him and urges him to leave. Meanwhile, Noah starts receiving threatening messages from an unknown sender, later revealed to be Ronnie, seeking revenge for what happened after the race. Another individual also emerges, seeking revenge against Noah and her family, her father, Jonas. Ronnie confronts Nick again, provoking him by mentioning Noah's name, which leads to another heated altercation, leaving Nick injured. Noah tends to his wounds, and in a vulnerable moment, they share another heartfelt kiss, finally acknowledging their love for each other. However, their intimate moment is witnessed by Dan, prompting Noah to persuade him to keep it a secret. Nick then takes Noah to one of his gang events, where they meet his friends, Anna and Mario. After learning about Noah's racing background, Anna and Mario join them at an underground fighting venue, where Nick's aggressive behavior makes Noah uneasy. Seeing how protective Nick is toward her, Noah expresses her reluctance to have more violence in her life. Following a conversation with William, Nick learns about a disturbing incident from Noah's past involving her father's violent behavior. This revelation helps Nick understand Noah's aversion to violence and her efforts to shield herself from traumatic memories. Concerned for Noah's safety, William instructs Nick to stay by her side. At a party, Nick encounters Noah, who has been upset since their last argument. Out of jealousy, Anna locks Noah in a closet, triggering traumatic childhood memories. Nick rescues her and takes her home, determined to protect her from further harm. They end up sharing a bed, but Nick decides that they shouldn't start a relationship until Noah feels safe with him. Their intimate moment is interrupted when Nick's father, Mr. William, enters the room to ask about Nick due to an unexpected emergency involving his sister Maggie. There's no time for questions. On the way home from the hospital, Nick and Noah share a heartfelt conversation. Nick insists they shouldn't worry about what others think, as loving someone isn't wrong, but Noah hesitates, not wanting to risk her parents' relationship by pursuing a romance with Nick. They agree to make this their first and last encounter, spending the night together on the beach in each other's arms. The following morning, as Nick enters a shop, Noah is suddenly kidnapped by Ronnie. When Nick realizes Noah is missing, he quickly alerts the authorities. William is not only troubled by Nick's romantic involvement with Noah, but is also shocked to learn about his son's participation in illegal fights and gang activities, which he knew nothing about. Upon reviewing CCTV footage, it becomes clear that Ronnie is responsible for Noah's abduction. A phone call soon sends chills down Rafila's spine. It's from her husband, Noah's father, who has been threatening Noah with Ronnie's help. Now, he demands 1 million euros in exchange for her safety. As detectives continue their investigation, they uncover a disturbing truth. Ronnie and Jonas had shared a prison cell, leading to their partnership against Noah. Noah's parents rush to the location Jonas specified, but he never shows up. It becomes apparent that his true intention was to cause his ex-wife emotional pain, even setting up a camera to watch her suffer. Amid the distress, Nick suddenly remembers that the car he lost to Ronnie has an insurance tracker. This tracker helps them locate the vehicle. Jonas, having installed surveillance cameras, becomes aware of their arrival. Angered by Ronnie's loss in a race against Noah, Jonas takes control of the situation, forcing Noah to drive the car at gunpoint. Nick, determined to save her, follows closely in his own car. Using their expert driving skills, they manage to close the distance between the vehicles. At the perfect moment, the detective takes the opportunity to shoot Jonas. Luckily, Noah is rescued, and Jonas is killed in the process. Ronnie is later found in the garage, bound and gagged. Noah and Nick are reunited, but their troubles are far from over. Rafila, having now discovered their relationship, is resolute in her efforts to put an end to their unusual bond, setting the stage for more turmoil and conflict ahead.